morning, Year 4. Mrs. Morgan here with you today's maths lesson. And your learning objective today is to find factors of numbers. And you might be thinking, what on earth is a factor? Well, factors are pairs of whole numbers that will divide into another number with no remainders. Now, that still sounds jolly confusing. So we've got a fun activity for you today, which is a factor bug activity. And these cool dudes here are going to help to teach you how to find factors of different numbers. So the first number is the number 12. And when we think about finding the factors of the number 12, really, we're just thinking about what two numbers can I multiply together to make the number 12. Now, what's important when you are finding factors of numbers is that you don't miss any out. And the best way of doing that is always to start off with a 1 times table and then to work your way through the tables until you repeat yourself. And then you will know that you have most definitely found all of the factors. That means all of the numbers, the pairs of numbers that multiply together to make this number. So I'm going to start off with 1. So I know that 1 times by 12 is 12. So that's nice and easy. And so I'm going to add 1 and a 12 to the antennae of my ladybird, who was called Lossie, the factor-loving ladybird. Then I'm going to go on to the 2 times table. Well, I know that 12 is definitely in the 2 times table. It's an even number. So 2 times by what is 12? 2 times by 6 is 12. So that's the next pair of legs then on my ladybird. So then I'm going to move then on to the 3 times table. So 3 times by what is 12? 3, 6, 9, 12. So 3 times by 4 is 12. So I know that 3 and 4 are definitely factors of 12. So now I move on to the 4 times table. Well, I know that 12 definitely appears in the 4 times table. 4, 8, 12, which would mean 4 and 3. Well, I can see I've already written the numbers 4 and 3, so I began now to repeat myself. So now I know that I've definitely found all of the factors of 12. They are 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, and 4. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to Orion. Orion is my space spider, and Orion has got the number 24. And then what we're going to do again is we're going to think about what two numbers multiply together to make the number 24. And so we're going to start off with a 1 times table. So 1 times by 24 is definitely 24. Then I'm going to move on to my 2 times table. 2 times by what is 24? 2 times by 12 is 24. Then I'm going to move on to my 3 times table. Well, I know that 24 is in my 3s. So 3, and I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So 3 times by 8 is 24. Now, is 24 my 4s? Yes, I know it is. Right, so I have to add an extra pair of legs for him. Okay, so 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So 4 times by 6 is 24. So I'm going to move on to my 5s. Is 24 in the 5 times table? Well, I know it definitely isn't, because the answers of the 5 times table always need to have a 5 or a 0 in the units or the ones position. Is 24 in the 6s? 6, 12, 18, 24. Yes, it is. So that was 4 times by 6. So I've already got those numbers, so I'm going to repeat myself. So I know I've now found all the factors of 24. They are 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, 6. Okay? So now I'm going to move on to this guy down here who is called Spock, and he is holding a birthday balloon, and he is 5 years old. So he wants you to try and find the factors of 5. So we're going to do the same again. So I know, start with the 1 times table. So 1 times by 5 is 5. Well, does 5 appear in the 2 times table? Well, definitely not. Okay, it's definitely not. So does it appear in the 3s? 3, 6, no. Does it appear in the 4s? No. 4, 8. Does it appear in the 5s? Yes, it does. It would be 5 and 1. I've repeated myself. So Spock shows us that the number 5 only has 1 pair of factors. They are 1 and 5. Now, There are other numbers that are similar to Spock. They're similar to the number 5, and they could be numbers such as 11, 13, 17, and there are a number more. Now, your job today on the 2 chili challenge is to find out what special name is given to these numbers that only have one pair of factors. Okay, and then for the 3 chili challenge, you're going to have to find more examples of this special type of number. So this is your activity. It says on the Google Docs that you can draw the bugs for the first few, but we don't want you to spend loads and loads and loads of time drawing the bugs because it is a maths lesson, even though we can develop our art skills at the same time. So for the second activity, it does tell you, can you just find the pairs of numbers that multiply together to make that number and without drawing the bug. Okay, so please feel free, however, to name your bug, to colour your bugs in, and to upload a copy of what you've done onto the stream so we can see your bugs. But keep these safe because we're going to post the answers on tomorrow's on Google Classroom. Okay, so I hope you have fun with factors today, and I shall see you soon. Hwyl fawr, blwyddyn pedwar, hwyl fawr.